Okay, I want to show you just how easy it is to set up systematic strategy scans signals from Systematic Investors Group with Alera Portfolio Manager. So let's just, I'm just going to open up Alera Portfolio Manager on my other screen. And let me just drag it over. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use a blank workspace. We're just going to call it SIG. I'm going to go ahead and open that. Now, there are no strategy tabs here, so I don't have any strategies in this workspace. So what I'm going to do here, let me just flip back over, is if you want to know how to do all this stuff, how to set up all of the automated strategies, there's a video on our main page at www.systematic-investors.com. This 30-minute video will walk you through and hold your hand through the entire process. But let's just do this quickly for the sake of a demonstration. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up one of our free strategies. So if you come over to resources and go to free daily trade ideas, strategy scans, what it's going to do is it's going to pull up our two free, they're pro level strategies, but we offer them for free to our members as a proof of concept. I actually trade both of these strategies with my own real money. So I've got these running live every day with my own money. So we've got the RSI 2 pullback, supercharged momentum trend. If you click on view latest daily scan, what it's going to do is it's going to show you all the buy signals and all the sell signals that are generated for that day. These are automatically updated every morning around, you can see this one was at 4:30 a.m. this morning. So the signals are always one day behind because decisions are made on an end of day basis. These are basically end of day swing trading strategies. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab this folder ID. So the signals get delivered in visual format, and they also get delivered in a G drive format. So it's basically a file that we can pick up using Alera Portfolio Manager every day. So I'm just going to grab, every strategy has one of these folder IDs. I'm just going to grab that for this strategy. So now what I'm going to do is I need to see what the settings are when I set this up. So let me just go back and click on the APM strategy settings. As well, every strategy will have the recommended setup for that strategy. Let me just make this big and pop it out so we can see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to follow this template. So I've got the strategy name. I'm just going to call it supercharged momentum trend. Everything that's highlighted here means that you can make some changes to it. So I want to call it something different. I'm going to leave the strategy priority. So we're trading US stocks. This is going to be a Google Drive file. We can pull signals from almost anywhere with Alera. So in this case, it's a Google Drive file. Here's where I put the folder ID for the strategy. So I've gone ahead and just copied and pasted that. The maximum number of positions is going to be 20. I want to maintain 20 positions in my portfolio. Now this is going to be set to CSV. That's the type of file we're picking up. And the maximum file age is going to be 1 so that we only grab the most recent. That's not really an issue. Sometimes I set it to 2. Not an issue. So now what I'm going to do is I want to run this at 9 a.m. So let me just change this to 9 a.m. as the instructions say. This is only if I want to run it on full autopilot. Right now I've got it in semi-automated mode. If I click this, it's in full autopilot. So let's just keep it on semi-automated mode. And let me just kind of squelch this over so we can see what the other settings are. Now, strategy allocation, I'm going to keep it at 10%. It could be any percentage of my total account that I want to trade because we could be running multiple strategies. I'm going to set this to 5% as it's directed. Now what I'm going to do is these settings are all okay under normal conditions, but because this is pulling market on open orders and market on close orders, what I'm going to do is I'm going to override the default market type just so that I can show you it generating signals. Normally you wouldn't have to do that. Okay, so this is just for the sake of the demo. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to change these order limits from 1 to 25. You can see the screen looks a little bit different because this software has been updated since I posted these settings. So if I want to send myself an email, let me just save this. What it's going to do, it's going to authenticate. So I just need to authenticate the G Drive folder with one of my own Gmail accounts. I just chose my personal account, which is fine. So now I'm authenticated. I can access the G Drive folder. If I wanted to send myself an email, I could do that as well. If I have my email set up, it'll send me an email of what the strategy is doing every time it runs. Okay, so now let me just start my connection to the broker. So I've got Interactive Brokers running here with a paper trading account. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on Start. It's going to connect to Interactive Brokers. So now I'm essentially connected to my broker. Go back over here to my strategy. Now what we can do is if we click on this folder, it's going to show us what strategy signals were generated for that particular day. So you can see all the sell signals are here, right? There's a bunch of sell signals and there's a bunch of buy signals. Now, no matter what I have in my portfolio, Alera Portfolio Manager is smart enough to know whenever I start trading, no matter when I start trading, that if any of these things are in my portfolio and need to be sold, it's going to sell. If any of these things are not in my portfolio and they need to be bought, it's going to buy. Now, I have total control over this process. What I can do is I can just say, well, let me see what orders it's generated to buy today. Now, because of my specific allocation that I've selected here, it's going to do about $5,000 per position. It will figure out all of the position sizing automatically for the stocks based on their current price. So I might decide I don't like IT and I don't want to trade it. Maybe I don't like these first three stocks and I don't want to trade it. I can skip them and update my skip order list, and it will automatically kick those out of the stocks that are going to be traded today. Now, I don't want to do that just for the sake of the demo. So these are the things that I want to trade today. And these are the things that it would trade based on what's in my portfolio and what's not. And now I'm starting from a clean portfolio, so it's just going to take all the buy signals. Now, if I want to just go ahead and run this strategy in semi-automated mode, I could just click on this little Run Strategy Now Play button. If I want to run it in full autopilot, I just do that. I click on this button and click Save, and it will run this at 9 a.m. EST, and I don't have to do anything. Now, for the sake of the demo, let's do it in semi-automated mode. I'm going to go ahead and just run this strategy, and you can see here in the strategy log tab, it's going through and it's saying, here's all my sell to close orders. I don't have anything in my portfolio, so it's going to ignore those. And you can see the stuff that it's supposed to buy are populating in my portfolio. So what it's gone ahead and it's done is it's just bought these, and it's just gone ahead and bought them in my portfolio. So now they're in my portfolio, and if I click over to trades, it will show me what was actually traded. Now it's doing some funny things, showing some things sold here. I'm not quite sure why, but under normal conditions, this isn't an issue. It will just strictly show you what you bought, what you sold. You can see they're the same signals or the same thing. So it was probably just the messages it's getting back from the paper trading account, which sometimes a paper trading account isn't as accurate as the live account. Because they're not as concerned as the data that comes through, because it's just paper trading. But normally under a live account, it would just say it bought this, it bought that, it bought that, and if anything got sold, it would show that as well. So I'm not too concerned about that. Now, so these are now showing in my portfolio. Now, if I let this run for, let's say, 10 days, every day it'll check my strategy allocation and my my daily P&L for that strategy, and it will start to plot the beginnings and the ends, of an equity curve. So what we'll see is it'll plot the SPY, which is going to be my benchmark, and it'll plot my supercharged momentum trend performance on a day-to-day basis, so I can see my developing equity curve. So that's essentially, in a nutshell, like in a quick 10 minutes, how this all works. I've already set up a strategy based on our strategy scans. It's very easy to set these up. Everything, you have full control over what you want to trade and what you don't want to trade in that strategy. If I was running a local strategy, I could also set up a local strategy. I can set up another, I can also set up the RSI2. If I come over here to the RSI2, I could grab the folder ID for the RSI2, and I could set up, I could also look at the APM settings, and I could just basically set up the RSI2 strategy just as simply as I did the supercharged momentum trend strategy just by adding another tab and following the same process. So that's as easy as it gets when you're talking about portfolio level systematic trading. Guys, this is just as easy as it gets. There's no better way to run multiple strategies at a portfolio level in your account that can really beat this. So that's as easy as it gets, gang. I hope it makes sense. Like I said, there's some other videos on our website on the front page that explain exactly how this process works. You can set up these two free strategies and just run them in your paper trading account through Interactive Brokers and IB Gateway, and just see how it works every day and just familiarize yourself with it. It's super simple, and this has honestly changed my trading life, and it's changed the trading life of a lot of people that are other systematic traders and investors that are using this technology. Okay, gang, that's it.